Let me start. So what about the great stone face? What is the story about? Do you think there are faces on stones? How are there faces on stones? Like what? Yes, how? It depends on our imagination, how we're able to see the faces. Yes. So the arrangement of the rocks, it seems as if there's a face, right? And sometimes, yes, the rocks have also been shaped with the passage of time, the wind, the rain, everything there. And please do not make any silly sounds. Okay? Just keep quiet and listen. You also take a mask down. Put it down a little bit so I can see who's making this sound. Can you sit separately? Wait, but we don't need the book. I never said share. Get up, please. Go change your seat. Take a notebook if you have to. If you want to. And don't that funny? He's Yuvash? Yes. Okay. Right. So the great stone face, it is what? Arrangement of stones in such a way that it looks like a face. So nature is there, as we know, so creative, so wonderful. And from the distance, the people in this village, they could see the face on the stone. With the passage of time, yes, what was the thinking among the people? What did they think about the great stone face? Yeah, so they kept on looking at that face, and they wondered that one day a man with the same kind of appearance might turn up. Isn't it that was the prophecy? And with the passage of time, from one generation to the next, the story was passed on, and people, they started waiting that one day a person with that face would come. And what were the good things that had happened in the valley? Yes. What was the good thing that had happened? Yes, it became a fertile place. It became, like lots of crops and good harvest. So the people thought that it is because that stone face is there, looking over the valley. That is why so much of happiness and prosperity. Now, there was one young boy at the time who loved listening to this story and who looked at the stone face. Who was he? Ernest or Ernst, right? And he would look at the stone face and wanted to meet the person with a face like that. Yes. And so he would pray that I should be alive, I should be here on this planet when the person with the face similar to that, resembling the great stone face, comes. Right? So what were the things that happened that, people started believing that there was someone like the great stone face? Who would like to tell? Yes? Yes? Who's going to tell me? Yes, Kashish? I said, what are the things that happened, that made people think that, okay, the great stone face is here? Okay. Okay. What was the story about the stone face that Ernst had heard from his mother? Yes. That one day man would come who would be similar to that. What would be the qualities of such a person? Yes, he would be noble, he would be kind, he would be Yes, wise. And do you think such a person would be very common to find? So very rare. Yes, because not many people are there who would be very kind and noble and good. Okay. Yes. Then what was the story here? It appeared there was this man. Yes, who was the man? Gather gold. And what did he do? Gather gold? Yes. What did gather gold do? So he was a merchant. Yes, he had a lot of money. And so people thought that yes, so he resembled the great stone face and he could be worthy of the what the recognition. Okay. But yes, what happened was that soon his money was also lost. And he was not as kind or as noble as he appeared to be. Now, what did Ernst think of the great stone face? Why was he so attached with it? Because how did the great stone face become his teacher? How can a face on the rocks or other rocks become a teacher? He liked looking at the stone face and he thought a person with such a face would be kind and noble. And so he wanted, yes, to see who could be like the great stone face. So one was Gathergold, who was there. Then who was the second person we heard? The general. General what? Blood and Thunder. Okay, General Blood and Thunder came and was he like the stone face? But what quality did he have that made him the stone face? Yes, he had a resemblance of his face, that's it. Was he kind? Was he noble? Was he generous? He was brave, okay. But yes, with the passage of time, even that feeling disappeared that this person is not the great stone face. Then, okay, next, the poet came. And what has happened to Ernst in the meantime? He grew old, and as he grew old, he became wiser, right? And yes, and what was his position in the village, among the village people? Ernst, he would talk to them, guide them, right? So he gained a reputation of being a wise person, of a knowledgeable person. And was he still waiting for the great stone face to come? Yes. And he heard about a person there, like who was like the stone face. Who was he? A poet. And the poet wrote so many beautiful things. He wrote poetry about so many good things. And Ernst was greatly impressed. He called him to his village, yes. And when he met him, he was happy. And of course, because of his appearance, also because of his wisdom, he thought, yes, the great stone face is finally here. What did the poet think of Ernst? So he thought he is more like the stone face. And when he saw him, talking with the people and how he shared stories and his knowledge with them, and so he felt that this person is more deserving. And because, according to the poet, there were some things that he wrote about which even he did not believe in. But Ernst was not like that. He was very true, and whatever he said, whatever he spoke about, he believed in it. And so, who was the great stone face? Ernst was the, and there was a particular moment in the story when people said that he had a very striking resemblance. Yes, so like it became what misty as a cloud, and so there's a soft white cloud. It seemed it was a big resemblance with Earth, right? Now, do you think because Earth kept on looking at the stone face, he started imagining what the person would look like. That is why he, became like him. Is it? Then, because he was a wise man, that's why. Because he had all those qualities, right? And yes, so finally, did the prophecy come true? Yes. So what is a prophecy? What's a prophecy? One person at a time. Tell me. What is it? So yes. So do you think prophecies have any kind of scientific basis? And yes, it is according to what people say, according to what people discuss and think, that they start believing in all this, right? Okay. So what does vast mean? Vast. V-A-S-T. Vast means big, yes. And okay, now let me see. What is youth? Which age of life is youth? So when you're young, so that is the youth. Okay. So prophecy, you know. What is wrinkled? Wrinkled. Wrinkled are the face, lines on the face you get with old age. So is it only the skin that wrinkles or anything else you can talk about? Wrinkles? Wrinkled clothes, very good. When you kept it in the cupboard for so long and you take them when the summer is here and you find them all crushed and wrinkled. So wrinkled clothes. Okay, very good. What does industrious mean? Industrious. Ernst was industrious, kind, and neighborly. Industrious. Industrious means hard work. Okay. There's a word folly. The idea was that this was a folly, but pardonable. Folly is a mistake. Okay, folly is a mistake. Now, yes, so let's see any other word which I can ask you. Inhabitants. Yes, people who live at a particular place. Right. So you are inhabitants of India? Inhabitants? Okay, is it? Inhabitants of this city or inhabitants of your area. What is renowned? Can you give a synonym for renowned? Renowned, well known. Renowned is also famous. Yes, renowned. Okay. Okay, what does proclaim mean? Proclaim? Declare. Yes, so proclaim also means declare. Yes. So why wasn't gather gold worthy of being the great stone face? Because he was not wise, he was not kind, he was not caring, he did not, have those qualities which the great stone face was supposed to have. Okay, right? Then finally, yes, the stone face did come, and Ernst met the poet whom he thought, and he how does nature teach us lessons? Great stone was the work of nature. What are the other lessons that nature? Yes? That nature is so big and strong, is it? How? Yes, Radha? Yes. How the mountains are so vast and huge, and we are so small, right? And nature is, yes, this boy, will you keep quiet, please? And if you don't want to study, please go and sit to the back. Don't disturb the rest of the class. What are the lessons we learn from nature? Which season has begun? Spring has begun, winter is over. What lesson does spring teach us? Yes, what does spring teach us? What happens in spring? Yes, new flowers, new blooms, new life. And in the winters, it is what? What happens to the plants? What happens to the trees? Yeah, they shed their leaves, right? But in spring, everything is fresh, new. That means, yes, so like in life also we can have springs. Yeah, so winter also comes and spring also comes. The summer also comes in our life. So rainy season comes in our life. Storms happen. Yes, so what are the storms in your life? Exams. Oh my God, are they storms or are they mountains? Both? But depending on what you feel like. Yes? A storm on a mountain. Oh my God. So both things are together. So yes, so nature is there teaching us so many lessons, right? What about the animals you see around? What lessons can you learn from them? Will you sit straight, please? Can I see a notebook? Take out a notebook, please. Write down 5 lines about the chapter Great Stone Face. These 4 boys, come on, start writing. Write down 5 lines about the chapter Great Stone Face. For that matter, all of you start writing. Write down 5 lines which you feel have really impressed you about this chapter, the Great Stone Face. Start writing. And show me what you've done. Fast. Anything, 5 lines about this chapter. Monday, please read the chapter and submit within, and I'm going to give you something to write about it. Okay, that's from term 2, isn't it? Yes. That's grammar and writing I'll discuss on my own according to our syllabus, which is there. Why not write? Okay, you don't have? Someone has an extra pen, give to him. What have you written? Have you written a single word even? You're waiting for the Great Stone Face to come and anybody start writing? People are writing so well, very nice, you know. Good. Yes, even you are. These are the three boys are not doing anything. Hurry up, come on. Sadhika, do you remember the chapter? You remember this chapter? Yes, good. String, write down, Atul. Write down, please. Say that. Please stand up and read what you have written. Very good, very nice. What's your name? Good, very good. Nice. Yes, did you hear something? Read what you have written. Stand up, please read. Okay, very nice. Good. River, read what you have written. Read whatever you've written. 2, 3 lines, whatever you have written. The stone face. Very nice. Okay, very good. Yes, you also read. You've written quite a lot.
From far away, Ernest wanted to meet the person who resembled the face of the face. Ernest liked to read the books that were written by the poet, and he thought that the poet was has resembled the stone face. And Ernest grew up old, and he became a wise man and came from far away, taking to meet him. At the last, he came to know that Ernest was the person who resembled the stone face because he was all the person.
Very good. Very nice. Yes, next. How much have you written? Argunjot, read what you have written. That's it.